everyone. Welcome into another episode of Comic Book Women. I switched us. Sorry, Lucy. We were all messed up here.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. What's happening?
Fixed it. We have Trish Forster in the house with us tonight. Trish, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
It's always
you tell me you want me here, I'm here.
Yay. And then, of course, Sarah at She Geek, who is becoming a regular, I feel like.
She's as regular as I am.
Yeah, you guys are. We came up with a new name for anybody who's watching. Yeah, Nirvanitas.
Sounds delicious. That sounds good. Have a plate of Nirvanitas.
Nirvanitas. Nitas at the end because that's Nitas.
Love it. Guys, so if you are new to us, quick shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. They provide all the data that we use for our market report. If you use the code in the description, Nerdvana14, you get 1 month of their unlimited membership for like 99 cents. You'll be hooked if you try it one time and you'll be like, okay, I have to have this resource in my life. Also, shout out to Bird City Comics. I'm sure Theo Anthony will be making an appearance later in the show for a giveaway at the very end. So make sure you are sticking with us throughout the entire show. Tonight, we are going to be covering Japanese comic book writer and artist, Peach Momoko.
Peachy.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, actually. She's one of my favorites, and I think we can all agree that when she came onto the scene, she came on full-blown. Like, it was pretty intense at the beginning there. So we're going to talk about that.
I was going to say, like, when I saw her work, I saw it everywhere. Like, it was on every Marvel. It was everywhere. Yeah. When I first started seeing it, and then it's just like peaches everywhere.
Peach explosion. Yeah, guys, sorry I missed the last couple of shows. I had some stuff going on with the family that I had to handle, but I'm back. All right. So let's kick it off with some artist insights. Trish, why don't you handle the top chunk?
Okay, so Peach Momoko, creator, cover artist, writer, interior artist, and she works in traditional mediums like watercolors and Copic markers and all that cool stuff. She does I can read the bottom part too if you want.
Please do.
She does a shoujo, beautiful girl, kind of Japanese style, wide range from horror to chibi. In fact, I have a couple of her chibi covers. Very cute. It envisions in color, draws in black and white, focus on confidence and strength. Common colors, really pastel looking, mostly because of the watercolor focus in her work, I think. So you got these like muted tones you'll see a lot of, and some bolder reds and deeper greens in there.
Wow, you nailed that. I mean, that was perfect.
Peach, I gotta read.
I know, but you didn't even stumble over a word. Like you it was perfect. You pronounced it all correctly. Like that was good stuff. I know that her name Peach Momoko though is actually a pseudonym.
Yes.
It's her illustrator name. I don't know her actual name. Sarah, do you?
I don't. I was looking for it and I did not find it. But yeah, I find it interesting too. Like her work, she works in color, but she draws in black and white, which is really cool. And she focuses between the light and the shadow.
Oh, look at that. Look at
my office is horribly cluttered, but look at my dog. She wants to come in. Eve, there's no room in here for you, honey.
She's a fan. I mean, come on. Like, she's a celebrity in and of herself.
Trish, can you show her again? Romy wants to see. Can you show her again?
The dog?
Yes, Romy wants to see.
Hey, Eve, come back here.
Here
she comes. Come here. Come on. Oh, now she's just peeking. She looks like a creeper. Can you see her?
Yes.
She didn't for a second. I was like, there she is. She doesn't want to come in here because, like, okay, so this room is basically packed floor to ceiling with boxes and comic book stuff and like my office stuff and everything that just got rammed in here that didn't belong anywhere else. So the dog, she doesn't like to come in here now because there's no room for her. She comes in and then she gets stuck in here.
Oh,
there she is being a creeper in the hallway again.
Dude, that would drive me. That room's giving me anxiety, Trish. I would need that like decluttered immediately.
I just need to move. Can somebody come organize all my books and shit?
Yeah, forget this whole comic book business. Let's just go over there and let's just handle.
There you go.
I just need to move. Like, can I just get a bigger house? I'm gonna build a bigger house.
Sarah, sorry, continue. What were you saying
Sarah.
about?
Oh no, I was just kind of like saying how she draws. She works in color, but she draws in black and white, and she focuses on balance and contrast between light and shadows. So if you like, I follow her on Instagram, and like you can kind of see like those influences in all her drawings that she posts. So.
Yeah, and we're going to get into it a little bit, guys, here, because we did an interview with her, and the more I got to know her, the more I like her. I'm starting to see a lot of her personality kind of portrayed in how she does her artwork, and she's a badass. And as we mentioned earlier, when she appeared on the scene, it was rather sudden, and then she just exploded from there. So, Lucy, do you have anything you want to add to this one? Lucy's hands are full. We'll keep going.
I would like to actually add something. So when I first got into like comics in the last say 18 months, Peach's stuff was just kind of really getting out there and getting like huge. Like a lot of her stuff was on everything. So I was like, you either really love or you really hate this style.
Yep.
It was kind of like a hit or miss, but now most of them are hits for me. And it's like her composition really improved and a lot of things really improved over time. We'll see some covers later on in this that prove that, but her work, it was like some people would really complain every time they're like, oh, another Peach Momoko cover. Yeah. And then some people were just like, I'm like, be supportive, man. Like, this is a style you don't often see in American comics, Mm-hmm. So like we need to bring this in here and blow this up a little bit. But that was just all I really wanted to add was that when I first
she was aware too, Trish, when we were talking with her, like she knows that people were kind of like, I don't want to say getting sick of her, but that she felt like people were starting to respond badly to her covers coming out so quickly. She was very aware,
But you could tell like when she rushes, like when she had a rushed cover or when it was just like a headshot, and she's capable of like that shoujo style that like really long, tall, beautiful, figures and stuff like that. She's capable of that stuff, and then you see like a headshot, you're like, oh.
That's actually a perfect segue too, because we were talking with her and we asked her what her main colors that she likes to work with are, and she said red. And it's interesting because Jen pulled a 2016 panel from her Instagram to show the range this artist is capable of. Mm-hmm. And I think this kind of illustrates your point, Trish. Mm-hmm. How she can go from very simple to very intricate.
Right. Look at this. Okay. So you've got this cute chibi kind of like anime girl kind of look here on the far left between the Supergirl and Leia. And then you get the further over you move, like the just more blown up and just crazy.
So much detail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So much detail.
I'm not sure what the center two are, and I don't even know what this one on the right is, but holy crap. Look at all the imagery in there. There's just so much. I don't feel smart enough to look at this.
It's all fan art that she did.
It freaking means something. There's something deep going on here. I just don't know what it is.
Sarah, what do you think?
Well, it shows like the range of like what she's interested in. She's actually inspired by like Japanese cinema, like including like horror. And that's what I find really cool about her is that she has this really interesting kind of like what I said before, like the light and the dark, where you have like, kind of you have like the Supergirl and Princess Leia, and then you're going from, to horror. I love that she has these like two sides to her, and her horror stuff is really creepy, but it's really awesome.
I think her horror stuff it's because it is inspired by that Japanese style horror, and Japanese style horror is like off the hook. Like you think we got some scary shit here in America? No, they got some cerebral stuff going on over there, just in your head, haunting.
Nightmare
fuel.
Nightmare. Yeah.
Lucy, you want to add to that since you're like a huge horror fan?
Mhm.
No, yeah, I agree with Sarah. Like her horror stuff is like freaking amazing, and I would like to see that more because I know right now Marvel has taken over Peach. You know, like they have her working like crazy, and but yeah,
Is
no, her.
she exclusive with Marvel? Does anybody know?
I
Like,
think so. I think so,
I know
right?
I just
I'm not
bought
sure.
an issue of Demon Days. Like I just bought something from Demon Days.
I want to say
got
yes, but I
for
know
Demon
she
Days.
has done like the exclusive ones that it's the independent and stuff like that. So
Hey,
but
Bird City, if you're watching, let us know the answer to that. Aunt would know, but
yeah.
I'm not positive.
Hello, Paul.
Yeah, I
no,
can do a
it
quick
just
plug. You
it's
guys
really
got
good.
some Spider-Man Peach covers.
Oh,
It's true.
we'll get to that. We'll get
We're
to
getting
that.
to that. You're getting ahead of me. We're getting to it. All
Plug it
right.
again. That's fine.
First question of the night. What was your very first published work? We asked her, and she said she was published in a horror magazine called Girls and Corpses, which we're going to show you here in a second. Disclaimer, it's not exactly kid appropriate. This was my first pinup and article published. I know. Then her work appeared in Heavy Metal magazine. This was her first short interior published. And then right from there, bam, Marvel Comics. So it was a pretty stark contrast between doing, a heavy metal interior than just going straight to Marvel covers. So if you look at this slide, this is the book we're talking about, Girls and Corpses. The first published work came out in 2014. Kind of an interesting, I've never seen one of these out in the wild, but from what I've researched on it, this is an interesting magazine. It's adult. I mean, this is an adult magazine, but she did an interior story, and that's what you're seeing on the pages there.
The Art of Death, it appears to be called.
Yeah. Oof. It's pretty wicked art, though.
Is this a U.S. magazine, or is this like from Japan, or does anyone?
That is a great question.
I think it is from here.
I mean, it all appears to be in English, but then again,
Girls and Corpses.
Who thought that's a great idea? Let's roll with it. Like, this is going to be the name of my magazine, Girls and Corpses, and it actually became
horrible summer horror movie trope,
right?
In literary form.
Yeah, it's from Los Angeles.
Looking respectfully for science.
Yeah, it's in California.
Yeah, so this is an American thing. So
looking respectfully.
Yes. So that was her first published work, technically, back in 2014. Here's another cover for them.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Come on.
If you can steer away from the Girls and Corpses cover, look at the art she did for that interior story. I mean, it's pretty badass.
Creepy.
Like I said, I'm not smart enough to decipher what the hell's going on here, but, you put enough red and watercolor and ink on something, and it's gonna look damn cool. And I mean, it looks pretty interesting.
It's all based on like Japanese folklore and horror, like Sarah was saying. A lot of her artwork pulls from that, and so you can kind of see that reflected. But these are difficult to find out in the wild. If any of you happen to come across one of these, though, snag them up, because technically these are her first published works. So what happened, though, is that she ended up, after working with Girls and Corpses, they took her to a comic con in the States. I think it was Kamikaze. And she was introduced to Heavy Metal, the Heavy Metal team. And so they started using her for her interiors. So you'll see in 288, she appeared in all the interiors. I have notes here on who the artists are. The one on the left is obviously Frank Frazetta. Then in the center you have Natalie Shaw. I think I'm saying that right, or Natalie Shu, one of the two. And then the one on the far right is Shark Tooth, which is funny.
I'm taking all your words for it, but I used to actually get this magazine. I used to have this magazine back in the day.
I wonder if you have this one, because if you can
I don't recognize this. I don't think I do. But that center one is 166 bones. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. It's a gorgeous
and it's
cover.
On the upward trend.
See, I like it, Sarah, but I'm partial to the Frazetta.
But if you're looking at that one in the center, that's like a I don't know. It's kind of like the lady artists that we have today, like your Frizzens and your. It reminds me in that vein, like kind of spooky, but kind of like the doll, like you know,
It does look
woman
porcelain
figure.
almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
creepy.
So Jen made notes and she said that finding 288 in the wild is going to be kind of difficult if you're trying to find it for cover price. But
That's
yes,
amazing. I love that cover.
What you want?
All of them. I actually really like that cover.
how would you pronounce this last name? Sarah, you'll probably know. Shau.
Shaw?
Shaw?
Shoe? I think it's
It's Shaw or Shu, right? It has to be.
yeah.
Well, that's who the artist is in the center there. And I'm curious. I kind of want to research her a little bit and see what else she's done because it's pretty haunting.
Yeah. Never heard that name before, but
Right? I wasn't familiar either. So these are the interiors of that heavy metal book. It's a story about a Japanese shaman, and it's very interesting. Interesting colors. This is
That's
again
my
one of
dog.
those
In case
red.
you care.
Hi, babies. She's like feeding me a snack. What do you think of the interiors on this, Lucy?
Oh, you can tell like it's obviously her style, Peach, and again, it's really nice. It's just it's so much going on. Like I really like him. It's nice.
Sarah, anything to add to this one?
yeah, you can tell it's definitely her. And the fact that that kind of like pinkish hue is in there, it's really cool. It's kind
Yep,
of
that red watercolor
interesting.
vibe.
Yeah. Don't really know what's going on, but it looks kind of interesting.
Shaman Himiko. Yeah, it's definitely again very cool to see her range here because you can see how much detail she's capable of. You're starting to see what colors she likes to work with. And now that you said something, Sarah, I can see how this interior started with the black and white and then she added in the color later.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's keep cruising. These are some more, guys. Issue 290. She also did the interiors on these as well. So if you're out and about and you're searching, keep an eye out for these three. You have the Will Quintana, I think. Yeah. Will Quintana is on the left. That's cover A. Cover C is actually in the middle. Then cover B is on the right.
Damn, look at that cover C. Oh my god.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. That's my favorite one. That's something.
That is those are some crazy covers. They're pretty cool.
People who
Right?
can draw like that are freaking magicians, man.
That artist, I don't want to say the names. I know I'm going to mess it up. Aikat Adoju. I think is how you pronounce it. Sorry if you're watching, but it's the first name is Aykut.
A cut.
Akut?
Yep.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
That's the middle one. And again, I'm not familiar with that artist, and it seems like you would see that kind of popping up more and more. But guys, we are at roughly 30 viewers. Before we start on the full-blown market report, want to give you a little hello and let you know what we are here for. Every Tuesday, the girls and I cover a different artist or writer or creator in the comic book community. And this week, we're covering Peach Momoko. And we'll give you a little breakdown of how her books are doing. We asked if she has a process for doing a cover, if she does multiple sketches. This kind of reminded me of Trish. She said she only turns in one concept because she sketches ideas out, but then she ends up liking the first one that she's happy with it. And so the rest are just filler concepts. Do you do that, Trish? Like you find when you're like, this is it. I already know it is.
Well, like, okay, I'll give you an example. The Ronin cover. How many versions of that thing did I do before I was happy with the one that I did them, most of them all in my own time, and then I showed you the one, and I was like, "This is it. Here it is." Like,
You just knew.
yeah. I mean, like, I'll draw on it for a while. I throw together multiple concepts. Now, when I turn in licensed work, I throw in multiple concepts because that's what they want. They want to pick and choose.
Mm-hmm.
They want options. They want a menu. Me, I just provide you the main course. Like, take this beautiful thing that I sketched on for a week, or however many ideas I came up with before, settling on that one.
I like it. Sarah, did these look familiar to you?
War corns.
Mm,
Corns.
yeah.
Ones.
And what is the other one? Franklin and Ghost.
Yes. So after she went to that con and met heavy metal, she started working with retailers, and long and behold, a channel favorite, Garrett Gunn, snagged her up. And I'm telling you, he had the best timing because he got her right before she exploded. The one on the left is Warcorns. It was limited to 100 copies of that bad boy. So good luck finding that. And the one on the right is Franklin and Ghost, which did get optioned. Lucy, who do they get for the voice?
Oh my God, what's his name? The
Tommy Lee Jones? No.
No, he used to be married to Angelina Jolie. They wore
Yeah,
blood
that's what.
on their necks.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Damn it.
Billy
It was
Bob
Bad
Thornton.
Santa.
Billy Bob Thornton. It was Billy
That's
Bob
him.
Thornton.
Yeah,
He was going to
yeah.
be
I
the
knew it was
voice.
a guy with 3 names.
We worked together and we got it. So these are very, very early Peach Momoko, and they're very limited. 100 on the one on the left, and I believe
Wow.
250 on the one on the right. You guys want to see this?
Rob.
video? I don't think I have it. Oh, nope, I don't have it. Bummer. I wish I did, but all right. Listen up. Tonight on Comic Book Women, we're talking war corns.
Yay!
No, everybody's seen it
Life.
Yes, but you know what? We have to see it every once in a while to remember. It's
True.
kind of like a staple of this channel.
Why can't we have something better? I look all like pregnant in that thing too. It's pretty funny. That onesie was like filled with air and yeah. Anyway,
It's a
You-
channel
you
staple.
try to
Now,
hide.
unless you do
Yes.
something else embarrassing in a costume,
Yeah.
this is what we got.
Oh my God, we need to add the one of Anthony dancing. The
Yeah,
one that I
Twerking?
posted.
The twerking?
the twerking
Yes.
against the wall thing.
You know they played it. They played it on Drunken Chat.
did they really? I don't think he knows that.
I sent it to Lucas.
You did? Oh, I am telling on you. That best friends for life because of that, Lucy. I appreciate you. That's
Yeah, well, because Nimesh gave them a super chat, and then I told him that Mel had to dance, so he started dancing, and then somebody meant, I think it was Remo who said it, that Anthony was twerking, and I sent the video to Lucas, and they played it. Hilarious.
yeah, not the first time I've seen him do that, fortunately. Anyway.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Let's kick it off. Peach Momoko's first official published cover was Marvel Rising #1. This was back in 2019.
And look at this. This is when I loved, you can tell she was like, this is my first Marvel piece. Let me give it all. Let me just put it all on there. Look how many, okay, you got a lot of characters. I see, what's that? America right there.
Mhm.
You've got Squirrel Girl, of course, my fave. Ghost Spider or Spider Gwen or whatever she goes by in this. Kamala Khan, and then 2 others that I kind of only know a little bit of, or 3 others, and Captain Marvel up there. She was freaking giving it all. Like, a lot of her covers don't look like this. A lot of the newer ones.
Well, we're looking at a 1 in 25 there. So check out the ratio value. So a 1 in 25 is now going for $250 for the raw comic, $481 for a 9.8, and it's still on an upward trend. Pretty incredible to see that reflection on how well it held its value plus some. Sarah, what's your take?
Yeah, it's a gorgeous comic. She actually has had like a lot of comic artists kind of like help her along. And when I did my research, I think his name is, I hope I get this right, is Adi Granov. He actually introduced
Adi
her.
Granov.
Yes, he introduced her to Marvel Comics.
No shit.
Yep. So
I did not know that.
Yep. But it's gorgeous. I mean, like Trish said, like, this is a really just spectacular cover. You can clearly see Squirrel Girl and all the rest of these amazing, superheroes. And yeah, it's great.
You don't see a lot of Squirrel Girl on covers.
True.
Unless it's like her own book or the Marvel Rising book. And like, man, I love Squirrel Girl.
Yeah. She
Virgil
kind of just
got me
like
another
faded
Squirrel Girl
away.
cover the other day. I loved it.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, you see, like I think this one, like, I mean, she did amazing on the eyes and everything, and I would like to see, like, well, we seen some that she has done, like Spider Gwen. I think she has done a cover, right? She has done covers, but like to see their full on face, it will be
She
the
did a
way they
Ghost
look
Rider cover
here.
that is
Oh,
freaking
that one
Oh
was
amazing.
yeah,
yes, that one was
that's
really good. Yes.
fantastic.
What?
Anthony just handed these to me for the giveaway.
Oh,
Oh,
Strange.
nice.
That's the
Nice.
Strange cover.
Is
That'll be
that
the first one.
Is that the Robbie Reyes? No, it's not.
Ghost
I want
Rider.
that one. I want that Ghost Rider.
And then
Ah,
ASS.
pretty.
Oh, that's nice. Can I
So-
enter?
All three of these are going to go home with somebody, guys. So make sure you stick around to the very end of the show. They'll go on the house by our sponsors over at Bird City Comics.
She did a Ghost Rider one with Robbie Reyes where she drew the car too, and it looks freaking cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen that one. Yeah, yeah, it's really nice.
All right, so that's her first published cover. If you guys
And look
have
at that,
this,
Joan. $549. Oh my god.
it's crazy. Hey, Trish,
Out
I
of
think
Jen's price range.
you should make your tips pink. I think that'd be cute.
I should do that.
I'll do it with you. Want to do it together? We can get like pink tips.
Like neon pink?
Oh,
Hot
yeah.
pink? Oh, like Spider Gwen.
a spider wing. That'll be cute. Oh,
I
who
think
has a train? I hear
What?
a train. I hear a train. Where's that at?
It could
Okay.
be my house. I'm like a block away from like a
I
railroad
thought you were
track.
in the country. I thought you were like with the squirrels.
Well, yeah.
Didn't you have like a rooster or something crowing one day? Or cockatoo?
No, it was just birds. That's just
It was birds.
Pretty sure it was a rooster. I remember.
I'm not that country.
Next question we asked her, is there a character or cover she hasn't done but want to? And she said she's not sure, but I have an idea for her. And your favorite work and cover ever. This is, again, something I learned the more and more I researched her. She's very appreciative of work. Like she even said in one interview, I'm good with 4 to 6 hours of sleep. You can sleep at any time, but you won't have work all the time. And she's like, so they're meeting deadlines and having work is extremely important to her. So she can't choose a favorite. Trish, can you choose a favorite?
I can relate. I can relate to that. I mean, what is sleep?
Your favorite has to be Stray Dogs #1, right?
Oh yeah, Stray Dogs #1 for sure. But I mean, on a bias, that's on an absolute, bias. But I believe
Thanks,
I think
Brandon.
my favorite cover in my heart will probably be my first published one.
So I own that. It's the what one was you like, right? My
My
Little
first
Pony?
published cover is the My Little Ponies where they're all in the little mine cart.
Oh, that's not the one
flying
I
through a
have.
cave. I
Oh,
have
okay.
one for you. I have one for you. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yay.
See?
Okay.
I hook you up.
Thank you. Guys, if you are just joining, we're covering Peach Momoko. Please give the show a thumbs up if you are enjoying it, and make sure you sub the channel. Share us out to any of the women in your life that you're trying to get involved into comics, or, even teenagers, whatever. My daughter watches this every time we go live. So hi, Ellie, by the way. She doesn't like it when I shout her out.
Shout out. Anyway.
We all picked different covers that we wish we had on our wish list. This one was mine. So we got Ghost Spider #2. This came out, hold on, let me check my notes, in 2019. It's a 1 in 25. I thought this was a store exclusive for some reason. I guess I'm wrong. It's a 1 in 25. The raw comic on this is now $4.56 with a 9.8 going for $6.50. Somebody was able to get a 9.0 for $3.42. I think the colors here are phenomenal. I love the composition. I think there's been a couple others that she's done in a very similar fashion where you have the cell phone reflecting that half the face. But that's just me. I'm biased. What do you think of this, Trish?
Yeah, well, I mean, I love this cover. I love all the colors that she uses. Obviously, you can tell, like, where she puts the emphasis of color, which I love, as usual. But given Marvel's cheap-ass quality on their paper, this thing probably color rubbed all to hell, which is probably why that was a 9.0 instead of a,
They've gotten better. The Marvel comics are much better now. Like their new paper they're using. Anthony was talking about that the other day when we were packaging up. We're like, oh, this is much better. So they
I
have.
haven't gotten like a new Marvel book in a couple of weeks.
they did something different with the paper. I'm not sure what, but something's different. They're using a better quality. So all the retailers and all the collectors out there, all of your bitching mattered because they
But
finally.
I like another thing. There's some like negative space usage in here. There's, I don't know. I really like this cover, but these are like the ones that I like from her. The ones that I don't like this, she's actually doing something. Like you see her holding up the phone. You see there's something happening here. That one, like I think you showed there was one that was like a headshot, and I'm like, that's pretty, but probably not mine. Like you have the Spider-Gwen one with the headshot that you're gonna give away.
Oh yeah, somewhere. Yeah, hold on.
It's
that
pretty.
one.
Yes, it's beautiful. But
she should have done more at the time.
If she probably didn't have any time. You know what I mean? She got to do a million of these things. They're like, hey, come on. I need 15 more of these by the end of the week.
Karen, I didn't even notice the spider till you said something, and now I'm embarrassed because it's super it's there, but I didn't see it. Sarah, what do you think?
I said negative space up there in the corner.
I totally agree. I love it. I love the spider in the back. I love the whole cell phone thing. That's really cool. The way that it's reflected of, and Trisha's right. I do like to see I know this is just half of her face, but it's the eyes. It's just everything just kind of just draws me in.
I mean, the foreshortening on the arm, not a lot of people can do that right. That actually looks like she's holding the phone straight out.
Right.
Not a lot of people can do that right without that looking kind of weird. So, I mean, kudos to her.
Lucy, would you drop $4.56 on it?
No.
If I had the money, sure. No, I mean...
We're money, no object. Sure. Right?
Yeah. Yes. If I had, sure. I totally will.
All right. Next up, I know that I just went, but this is my other cover that I was having a hard time deciding between the two.
Look at that.
I think this is it's just badass. All right. So this was my next pick for the night, and this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100. It came out in December of 2019. This was a store exclusive, so it was limited to 250 copies, which maybe that's why the price reflects it being so. But you're looking at $750 for the raw comic, a little over $1,100 for a 9.8. A 9.8 just recently sold on May 19th for about $900. So that person got a little bit of a discount. It is on an upward trend. Let's go down the line. Trish, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's amazing, reflective of her culture. I mean, who doesn't love turtles? Was this for IDW or what store was this? Holy shit.
Yee, you're watching. What store was this? I'm not positive. I just know it was a store exclusive, but I'm not sure who has it or who had it.
I mean, it's damn cool. Look at the posing. Look at all that action happening there. You've got the Foot Clan here at the bottom. Coming toward us. Shredder there in the background. April looking a little bit like kind of a discount Aerith from Final Fantasy VII right there, but that's okay. Or I don't know if that's April or not, but I think it is. And of course, Splinter, who doesn't love him? Look at his hand. Look at his hand. Look at that.
I'm telling you, CRG, that's what we're saying. She has such range. And Metal Face, you should have picked this shit up when it was $150.
No kidding.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Sarah, what do you think?
Yeah, what I love about this is that to me, this more looks like a movie poster. If this was a Turtles movie poster, I mean, it just looks phenomenal with the red lettering and, Shredder in the back, the Turtles in their, their poses, you got Shredder, ready to attack. It's a really cool. Yeah. I always think that this is not a comic book cover, but a movie poster for a new Turtles movie.
Could you imagine going down the street? You remember when you would see movie posters just plastered side by side by side by side, just wallpapering storefronts and shit?
Yeah.
That's what I feature this. You could go down the street, they're advertising the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, not the horrible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 poster or whatever, but this, just everywhere.
Wow, I have never seen this cover before. That's crazy.
It's
It's
gorgeous.
beautiful, yeah. And I like you can see kind of like the city in the back too. Like it has so much detail on this too. It's crazy. It's really good.
Also, the like the texturing. There's like some folded texture. It looks like an old poster that somebody like kind of folded up.
Yeah.
I like that too. Unless this is just a bad scan of something somebody like crumpled up.
No, I think that is definitely meant to be. But Aaron Yee in here said he paid $50 for it.
Wow. Well done.
Yee, you know what I want for my birthday?
It
He's
is
like,
coming
no.
up.
It is coming up. He got me my art germ that I got slabbed. But yeah, somebody was asking what issue number. This is number 100. And it came out in 2019, but it is a difficult one to find. I mean, aside from spending this kind of money, I don't see you finding this for cheaper
I think
than
some folks have said this is a North Carolina Comic-Con exclusive.
or there was a version of it that was similar. It does look like a poster. Death of Splinter. Spoiler alert, said Rob. You got a 9.8.
Dang.
There we go. Ultimate Comics exclusive variant. They also did an NC Comic Con variant. That's smart when you have a banger like this. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have what do you consider your strength and weakness as an artist? She said that she likes to think of her strength as being able to endure work and hit deadlines. And I saw her repeat that answer over multiple interviews. Again, as a retailer, I work with artists a lot. There are artists like Trish who does not miss her deadline. And then we've dealt with artists who have gone way past, and then we've had to cancel projects because we couldn't get them submitted to the publishers in time. So hitting deadlines is very important because otherwise the whole thing falls apart. So I appreciate that. That's important, knowing that you have so many people depending on you getting your time right. Her weakness is being impatient, and I'm not sure what she meant by that. Why is an artist impatient, Trish?
Well, sometimes, like for me, and I don't know if she means it the same way, but like if there's an idea I'm trying to get out, trying to put on the page, and I just cannot for whatever reason. Like I've spent sometimes before just hours on the sketch at one time, and I'm just like, oh, so frustrated because it's either not coming out right, the composition isn't coming out right, or whatever is in my head is not making it to the page the way that I see it up here. Up here, it's beautiful. Down here, it's a mess. So, like, that's where I lose patience. Because at the end of the night, like, I'll text you or I'll text Tony, and I'll be like, God, imposter syndrome hitting me bad. I am a fraud.
This is we could do a whole show. In fact, we want to have you on not this Friday, but the following Friday, so that we can officially reveal your Little Red Ronin cover and prove to the world you are anything but a fraud. You are the most, you have so much range, and that cover is proof of it, baby. So I'm going to try to get you and Garrett to agree to come on the 17th. Why? Can you not make it? You look like you can't.
I was checking the calendar. As long as it's not the 24th, I can make it.
Yeah, it's the week before.
Yeah.
We could reveal the Bird City Comics exclusive. It could be like a whole thing. But all right, let's keep cruising. Next up, who chose this? Sarah?
I didn't.
Nope.
I wasn't allowed to choose anything.
That wasn't me.
This must be Jen's pick then. So I'll be Jen. Yeah, this is my pick. You Soggy your Raw Comic 145. 9.8 sold for 125. Yeah. Yeah.
It's tight. Also,
anybody else?
Peach draws bamboo like I draw bamboo.
It is very similar. This must have been Jen's because she's a huge Yosagi Jimbo fan. Her and I just went and bought a bunch. So, yeah.
I love that's got it. That's right in her wheelhouse. That Ninja Turtles, man. She should be like a regular for them.
Karen, to answer your question, yeah. So when we have a project planned, the way it works is we get the previews. So we have months in advance to kind of schedule everything, but you have to have your concept sketch approved and then your actual final art approved at least, I think it's 22 days before it launches. like in stores. So when people miss their deadlines and the publishers are like, sorry, it's too late, then we just literally can't do that book. So it's one less book that we offer. And it's happened a couple of times. I would never say which artists, but there have been some artists that we had small publications and we keep bugging them like, hey, where's the concept? They're like, oh, we're busy, or oh, I forgot. Or they'll get it to us like days late and we just have to close the whole project down. So it's definitely rough to say the least. And it does hurt. It does hurt money-wise. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I mean,
all right.
Well, that's a question for some other time, but I'm sure you still make good with the artist. It's just, like, damn.
Sometimes there's one that I can think of where we just pushed it back a month because it was kind of an evergreen piece anyway. But this is Yosagi Yojimbo number 10. And Yi, you are correct. This is a San Diego Comic-Con. It came out in July of 2020. And I believe this is Jen's. I don't think it's a ratio.
I have this book.
Yeah?
I got this book because they had it on their website. Briefly. For like 5 minutes. They came down. I ordered all the San Diego exclusives from IDW's website.
Yeah,
the Pony one, the Transformers one, the Sonic the Hedgehog one, like whatever. But yeah, I have this one.
That doesn't make sense. Somebody got a steal on a 9.8 if the raw comic went for 145, but there is an asterisk. So that means that it was older than 6 months. So maybe it was just at a peak and then it fell again. And so somebody snagged up a 9.8 on April 16th. That's usually what happens. CRG, you know the gig. It goes up and it goes down. And it just depends on where the current market is. It can fluctuate a lot. All right. What do you think, Sarah?
Yeah. I remember seeing this book a couple weeks ago when we talked about Usagi Yojimbo. Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked that out, check out that one.
Damn, girl, did you just plug us and I totally forgot to? Okay, did. You're definitely a nerdvanita. What is it, Lucy?
Nerdvanita.
Nerdvanita. Good job. Okay, continue.
And the other thing to kind of circle back is her work ethic. When I was kind of doing my research on her, during COVID, she was doing up to 20 covers per month. So that's why
one a day. That's like doing one a day every working day during.
Yeah.
That's like doing an entire cover from start to finish every day during every working day of the month. That's bananas.
Mm-hmm.
That's bananas. And also, this is another one of her key colors, just so we're all, on the same page.
Go ahead, Sarah, what were you saying?
But yeah, I mean, I love, this is a really cool, and kind of, again, in her wheelhouse of Japanese culture, and that was kind of interesting with the writer, the creator of Usagi Yojimbo, he kind of was into his whole Japanese culture. So, yeah, it's cool to see that, kind of both their wheelhouses are on this cover.
Agreed, 100%. And Yi, I'm not sure if she set them at record for the most covers in 1 year. I'm not positive. And CRG, that's, again, I like that you can give that to her and appreciate that aspect of her, because a lot of people did get kind of like, oh, there's too many Momokos, but that girl is working her ass off, and you have to respect that. You have to respect a woman that goes out into a predominantly male industry and works her ass off and meets her deadlines, and she does it, and she's grateful, and she never complains, and that to me has an incredible amount of value. Lucy, what do you think?
Everything you just said, that is so true. And yeah, it's a really nice cover. I remember when this one came out and everybody was going crazy for this cover, trying to get it, and it freaking sold out pretty fast. Yeah. And then again, the colors, they're really good. But yeah, no, she did really good job with this.
Lucy,
huh?
Make sure you check your local library or your back issue bins. That wasn't good. Hold on, let me try again.
No.
Oh.
There you go.
Check your local library.
Yeah.
Or back issue bins. I mean, you never know.
But not this one, because this one was an exclusive.
But not this one. You'll never find it in there.
I know. Damn it. Okay.
Not this one.
One thing you wish you could have told your younger self: just be yourself. Whew.
That's solid advice. I think everybody would say that to themselves back then. Like, don't try and be somebody you're not. Don't try and be someone else for the sake of someone else.
Aren't we always all trying to be somebody else, though? Not to get too philosophical here, but aren't we all constantly being
I wanted to be.
Comic book women get deep right now.
Right.
I wanted to be Selena. I wanted to be I Love Lucy. Does that count? No, not that kind. No.
Like,
Okay, I'm just saying.
we all kind of try on different personas as we are growing up to see, what gets us, what gets us friends or what gets us, likes in this day and age. If we're ourselves, I think more people like us more now, like I think I'm more at peace with who I am now these days, even after Stray Dogs and all that stuff. I'm still the same person. I didn't change because the book got good or because the book was good. Is brilliant.
Yeah, you were pretty humble throughout the whole thing. If I had a line of people, I would be like, next. Bow down. Bow to me, peasants. If you want my autograph. I know I would be a total diva, but you were just like,
I can see that.
I still
I
can't
don't
believe
Don't
half
make
the
eye
people
contact.
want to talk to me. So,
Oh, Trish, come on.
You do not give yourself enough. I think that's why everybody loves you, though, because I'm like, I think you're that perfect balance of humble and talented. That's so
I met
unique.
Todd Young on Saturday.
Eh?
Died. It was great.
Lucy, I have a feeling this was your pick.
It was mine, of course. I really, really like this one. I came out last year. It came out last year, and I like how she is like in that movement. Like you could tell that she was in battle, and the hair. I know, Trish, you will probably notice
The
that
hair.
too. And I love this cover. I really like this cover, and I like that also. Like, I guess for me that the price, and probably for Jen too, that the price didn't go so high on this one, and it's still very affordable.
It's obtainable.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's issue number 1, so, and it's Wonder Woman. So I love this
I like
cover.
the action in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like you don't see. That's what I feel like I miss from a lot of Peach covers is like this. Like I love her stuff, but when she shows this kind of movement, this action, inclusive with that, with her brilliant use of colors and her ability to render like gold and glowy stuff, it's just this is top tier for her, for me.
Hey, Sarah. Sorry to interrupt. Every time Trish says render gold, we have to take a shot. New
Do I
rule.
say it a lot? I
Oh
know
my
I
God.
regularly say it whenever I
You
see
know how
that.
hard it is to render gold? Look at how they rendered this gold. Look at the rendered gold here. Every time she says rendered gold, I need like a whole bottle of Tito's next to me. I'm like, whoa.
You will die. You will die
Alright.
because I will make it a point to say it every few minutes.
All right, Laura, you're
Am I
on.
wrong?
Don't tell me the
She says it all
rules.
the time. She says it all the time. It's like so freaking hard to render gold.
Don't tell me the rules. You're gonna have a bad liver by the time this is over.
It's gonna be a sloppy comic book woman.
That's okay. It'll be like a Friday show, right?
So right now we're at 49 viewers, so make sure to give us a thumbs up. And if after the show you guys can give us leave a comment,
die.
and don't die on us. Leave a comment and
Series finale.
make sure you guys are subscribed and follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. And Lucy handles all of our IG, and she's a badass with it. And Sarah's
I do.
constantly sharing out all of our stories, so IG for sure.
You know
And
what?
we are doing a giveaway, right, Lucy?
Yes. So stay till the end. And you know what? I was thinking Sarah should help me with it, with our Instagram. She's so good at it. I'm not the best. So
Sure, anything for you guys.
you're the best.
Where I'm telling you,
I'm
man.
like the worst at Instagram. Literally, I figured out how to share stories, but I can't do anything else. I'm just like, okay,
Complicated. You have to really focus on Instagram. There's so many ins and outs. Sarah, sorry. What did you think of this cover?
Yeah, yeah. It's like Trish said. I think this is the first time I've actually seen like an action pose for any of her characters. So it's
She
cool
did a
to see.
Red Sonja like this though. Very similar.
Did she?
I gotta
Yeah.
dig out that
Must
Robbie
have missed that
Reyes
one.
one. man, that one looks freaking tight. Like,
She did a Red Sonja, I think, almost like in a very, very similar pose. But yeah, continue, Sarah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah, and like I said, I've never seen it like this, but she wrote, again, my research. So she says that when she ends up drawing in, well, an exotic pose or situation, it ends up becoming more about the character and strength of the character. So I
have to
guess
lay
she
down.
sees those qualities in her eyes. So, but I can see that, like, you can see, the strength in Wonder Woman in this. She drew it perfectly. So
I
Yeah, I
agree.
think that determination. Her expression looks really good. Like,
mhm.
Usually you see that in that Bishojo style. It's like they're very. You see a lot in the eyes, and you see a lot. The faces are usually very long. Hands are usually very long. Arms are everything's very long in that style. So I kind of like dig this that it's not really like that. If you look at, like, I guess her face, you know, it's, I don't know. She's just very determined looking, as opposed to, you know,
What's with the white stripe in her hair, though?
this is like an old lady version. I
I
think,
was looking at that
or
too.
like
She's kind of like rogue.
or a
Mhm.
rogue version.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
but I like it.
I
Yeah,
think
it
that
works.
was the deal with her. I didn't read this arc, but I thought that was, or I didn't read
Yeah,
this story.
I'm
But I
gonna
thought
be
that was,
honest. I didn't read it either. I just picked this issue, that copy, because of the cover.
you like the illustration.
Hmm.
I mean,
Which I
look
do
at it.
gotta
It's
like.
perfect. Like the way she's posed, it's fantastic.
Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Latasha Bundy, do not get an Instagram.
Yes,
Don't do it.
Yes, do
Don't
it.
do it.
Ignore Laura. Do it.
It's addicting. I literally fell asleep last night scrolling through Instagram, and I was sitting there thinking I should pick up a book, but I didn't.
I fall asleep sometimes scrolling through reels because
Right?
I like to watch all the stupid things that people do on.
It's addicting. I'm telling you,
It's
it's
mostly
addicting.
dogs. It's mostly dogs.
Any cons coming up for Peach, and favorite snack for people to bring her? She only has one con planned this year. It's New York City Comic Con 2022. She likes all snacks and she likes trying different things, but she does love sour snacks, but she can't eat too many at once, which I get that. You can't.
Mash. Pink hair fun.
Yay!
Okay.
We have to do it. Come on.
Great.
Like, we just the tips. We could just
You don't have to worry about that. I'll go to my I'll make an appointment for my stylist
Namesh.
before San Diego.
We
thank
gotta
you.
dance.
Yay!
Hold on. Wait,
I'm already
wait.
dancing.
There it is. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh wait, do you have music or something?
Yeah, can you hear it?
Yeah. It's kind of like a techno feel, right?
We need glow sticks.
We do need glow sticks. That's awesome. Let's see, the pink hair would work better in that scenario.
You see?
Well done.
Thanks to Aaron, because Aaron showed me how to do that.
He knows all the ins and outs of stream. All right, whose was it?
Mine. So this
Lucy.
one it came out last year also, around April. The one on the left, that one, it's an incentive cover, and it's the Virgin variant, and the last recorded value was April 24. Oh, the day that Mariah was born. For $44.99, and
When it's
it's
Destiny, you should get like several copies.
Mhm.
right.
You know.
I do have this one, so I'm okay. And then a 9.2 for $50, which that's pretty good. And a raw was $38. For the tray, it's actually pretty good. June 1st was the last one, and it was $4. And it's weird that the version, it's in a downtrend, and the tray is in the uptrend. That's funny. And the graded, it sold for a 9.8 for 55. And the raw, 331 average. which that's not so bad, I guess. Cover price.
Yeah.
And again, this one's so I love the colors on this one. I love it.
I like
I
the
love,
action, but I'm confused
yeah.
as to why they didn't go full bleed on the Virgin variant. Like, look how big the illustration is on the
I
one with the
kind
trade
of like
dress.
that. I kind of like that because it leaves it open for, like, if you get for signatures and like if she does a trademark or something like that. I think it's perfect like that. It gives that chance. I don't know. That's just me.
I thought that was like a small print. Like, I thought that was just like a mini print or something. I didn't realize that was a cover. Like,
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of edge to edge art. Like,
Mhm.
when art goes off the edges, you know
Yeah.
that the artist's imagination is off the page.
Literally.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
He's, I
it
kind
is nice. I mean, again, the foreshortening on the arm, that is hard to pull off,
of. Mhm.
that pose.
Really?
No.
Why? It's just like an arm.
Yeah, but like when an artist,
Easy, Trish.
yeah,
Right?
it's super easy,
You
man.
tell her, Laura.
Like,
Draw an arm.
you draw it then. But some
saw my
people can't
dictionary,
pull this
so-
off. Some people, that would look like,
Yeah.
it would be really thick.
Right.
That looks like her. That would look like her arm.
Yeah. You know, that makes sense. Maybe she didn't know it was for a virgin and they just did that. Maybe.
So wait, Trish, are you saying that they should have just left the Virgin as is, but taken off the trade, but left
Yes.
the zoomed in quality of it?
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
I don't like all that white space around the edges. I mean, the
like
only way this would be acceptable is if she had like, if she did this on like a comic board panel. Here, let me see.
Uh-oh. Are we getting a demonstration?
If she
Live?
did that on one of these, with like, if she like wrote at the top of it, what the issue number and all that business was. If it had all this wonderful cut lines and all that stuff on it, like I would accept that. If it was like an illustration in the center of one of those.
I think I can agree with Trish on this. I think that
I feel like maybe she didn't know they were doing that. I feel like Marvel just did that. I don't know.
I mean that's true. Maybe she doesn't know if it's zoomed in or not. I just think
Yeah.
spine ticks and so many opportunities there for there to be color splotches or fingerprints or whatever. White covers are rough. So
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just too much. There's just too much to chance on this outside. I mean, unless it looked like an artist edition, where it would be like you would see like the title of the piece up at the top and what issue it was for and all that stuff written on it. Because comic book artists used to do that a lot. I have a couple of artist edition My Little Pony books. Laugh if you want, but they're brilliantly inked by Andy Price, and they have all of that business going on around the edges and the outside. And I think that to me is something cool. Like, it's kind of like a behind the scenes kind of thing. It almost looks like a raw image.
yeah, I like that too. Well, Sarah, what's your take? Trade or Virgin?
Yeah, I think I go with the trade. I agree with Trish. Like the Virgin just seems like it, just like a little snapshot, and the trade dress just looks so much so much more is going on. So yeah, I'd go with the trade dress. Plus,
All right.
It's
it's
the same
cheaper.
illustration. It just looks like it.
It's cheaper. Yay.
It's cheaper.
Winner. All right, guys.
Trade dress. It's more affordable.
We're at 53 viewers right now. Make sure you give the show a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and follow us on Instagram. That way you know whenever we go live. We are here every Tuesday and Friday. This Friday, we are doing a really fun show with Mr. Longshort, if you're familiar with him from Instagram. It's going to be about a very specific comic book niche, whatever. Make sure you sub up. All right, favorite band or music. She likes currently listening to Plenty, which I'm not familiar with that band, but my favorite band changes periodically. And do you like to work with music playing? And she said, yes, it's very important to her. When I read some other interviews, it says when she's stuck with ideas, she tends to either listen to music or watch murder case documentary films.
That is literally every woman I know.
What? I won't watch those. They give me nightmares.
I love them.
You know what I like to watch? Abandoned amusement park documentaries.
That's not a thing.
It is. There's a whole
Name the show.
about it.
What show is that on?
It's on the YouTube. There's
Oh.
a bunch of different theme park channels that talk about abandoned theme parks, dangerous, deadly theme parks, and their histories and why they got shut down.
Oh, yeah. I like those too.
Yeah, it's just so interesting. Like they talk about Pleasure Island and how that was abandoned by Disney because birds literally took over the whole resort and like scared people off.
Mm.
So no one ever went there again. But they're like vultures. It's not like, little birds. It's like vultures. You just took the whole place over. It's bizarre.
Trish, we should
Or
be
like-
reading. We should be reading books.
Or roller coaster.
We
like
read
abandoned
murder
roller
mystery
coasters.
books.
Oh yeah, I mean, like that stuff is just cool to have on in the background, so that way you just listen to like eerie music and like the sound of like children giggling, but then there's like this foreboding like music.
Hold on, Karen. Let's go down the line. Trish, favorite band?
Shiny.
That's a Korean.
It's a Korean pop band.
Do you listen to that while you're working?
Yes, I do.
All
Because I
right.
can't understand what they're saying, so it's just the music.
Sarah, favorite band?
I don't have a favorite band right now, but my favorite music currently is 90s R&B.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
yeah.
That's a good
Yep.
choice. Lucy, favorite band?
Dang, it's hard because I have so many. Well, if I'm gonna go with like, I'm gonna go. Dang it. That's a really hard one to pick because I love music,
I bounce
depends on
around
the
a
mood,
lot
so-
too.
but then
Like, if
yeah,
I'm
right
not-
now. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of like Spanish, like salsa, like Mark Anthony and stuff like that. But before that, I was listening Backstreet Boys. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm
Let's
picturing
date
you.
Let's date all of ourselves here.
Well, I want to go to their concert. They're like on tour. I would love to go and see them. I have never seen them live, so I would love
They're
to
like
go
in their
and see
40s
them.
now, right? Or 30s or something?
Yeah, AJ
Or
was my
40s?
crush. AJ was my crush, and he's still hot. He still got it though. And
Wow.
Kevin was pretty hot too. He still is. So it's cool.
Where's Sam right now? Anthony would be getting so
He's
jealous.
right here.
You hear
He's
this? You hear this, Sam?
No worries. Sam has a pic too, so it's cool.
Wait, what's Sam's? I want to know. And I'll put
which one? Which one's your favorite band?
I want it that
NSYNC. Sam said NSYNC. Just
Oh my God.
That's another jam. That's another.
Right.
That's another group
Which
of
one's your
bops.
boyfriend? Justin. He said, "Yeah, Justin."
I did not see that coming.
No.
I bounce all over the place myself. Between 90s R&B,
Mhm.
I hit that.
Yeah.
I like early 2000s. I
Yeah.
guess emo metal, whatever you want to call that noise. I'll listen to anything. Pretty much. I don't listen to much country music. That's pretty much and anything with like a bajillion swear words. Like if every other word's like a cuss word, I probably won't listen to it.
All right, next cover. This one, I believe, again, Jen picked, and I absolutely love it.
No, it's mine. That's
Oh,
my
it's yours?
pick. Yeah. Yeah.
Really quickly, Sarah, pause real quick. And what is your favorite band?
What?
Favorite music, if you had to pick one.
Rap.
Well, rap isn't a band.
Someone specific, Aunt.
I don't
Man.
know. Whatever makes me want to put my feet up on the wall and pop my booty.
What were you
my God.
talking that day? What was that? I don't
Oh man, the Talk Dirty.
Talk dirty to me. That's what it was. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, so
Really, is that what you got me talking about? Will you take one of these?
Hold on.
Sarah, you are up.
Thrash in there, yeah.
This is Hulk #1, and it's last recorded value was $3.49. A graded 9.8 is at $46.20 in a raw comic.
Hold on. Give me a second. I want to show you something.
Sarah, this is such a good pick. I love it. Oh.
There it is. You're welcome.
You are welcome, chat. He's so cute.
Look at all the funds we're starting now. We've got a fund for better listening tunes.
There you go. You guys gotta dance.
All right, Bruce, what would be your favorite band since you're calling us out? Anthony wanted to be genuine. That was one of the best near Nirvana moments ever, though. You got to admit, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
That was good stuff.
I was dying.
That was awesome.
Gotta
Yes.
love Anthony. Oh, are we doing a
Yeah.
replay? Oh, here we
Look
go
at-
again.
There you go.
Come on, that's a little hot, right? A little bit. Look a little hot. I think it's a little hot. That's probably why we're married.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, Sarah. Shit. Sorry again. Go ahead.
No, you're.
Everyone's just like, this show is going off the rails.
It's just crazy.
That's an amazing video. Yeah, so Hulk #1. Yeah, I last recorded sales $3.49, graded 9.8. I think I said this already, $46.20. And Rock Comic at $5.74. This is one of my when she actually put this on her Instagram account, like I kind of cried a little because I think that usually Hulk, and any other superheroes, they're always, aggressive or, saving somebody or, this to me it reminded me of like a little like the Little Prince kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, but it just was like, you never see, and it, the Hulk be innocent and be gentle and be, just sweet. And that's what I love about this, and it's, $5.74. Not bad.
Usually Hulk smash, but like now Hulk
Right.
grab star.
Aw.
Yes.
Aw.
Yes.
Love that cover. It's a really
Mhm.
sweet cover.
It reminds me of like you would see this at like the beginning of a Pixar short. Like,
Right.
this shit's ready to make you cry. Like,
Mhm.
he's ready to go on like an epic journey for 10 minutes and then at the end we're all weeping.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mhm.
That's
Solid pick, Sarah. Very, very well done. It gives me kind of Scotty Young vibes in a way.
Look how much green is going on there.
Right.
Yeah. I kind of feel
Yeah.
that too, like Scotty Young
Yes.
vibes.
Yeah, and that's true that all that green, but then it you can see like the different kinds of green that you see the difference, like I don't know how to explain myself, but it's the contrast. It's
I
different. I
know.
like it.
Yeah. Totally
Such a beautiful
different.
cover. Good pick, Sarah. That's
Solid
really good.
ass pick. And a 9.8 for $46
Nice,
is a
wasn't it?
steal.
Nice,
Yeah, that's what it costs to grade it, right? I mean,
About $30 roughly. Yeah. This is a good pick. I don't like it. I'm not buying a book that'll make me cry. Says CRG. I can watch my girl move.
you can watch the first 10 minutes of Up and weep your guts out and then just don't watch the rest of the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god, yes. Don't yeah.
All right. So this was the most recently released of her work. This is actually a Bird City Comics exclusive. It is a set of the Amazing Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man. Now, girls, I know this can be uncomfortable because I'm like a Bird City Comics person, but I want you to tell me what you think and just be honest. And yeah, I most likely won't block you after the show. Most likely. Trish, you're up first. Okay, I might block you. No, I'm just kidding.
That's okay. You can block me, but you won't because you love me. But
I won't block you.
First of all, it's amazing. I like it when covers connect across two different books. I have a set of Scotties that do that. I think that's kind of cool because I don't know if these stories are related in any way, but even if they aren't, I think it draws, and with that whole Spider-Verse thing, I think it just draws them that much closer together. I didn't know this could even be not connecting. If you were just looking at each cover individually, you could still look at them individually and not think that they connect. But the fact that they connect, I mean, I love a good connecting cover anyway. Plus, again, as we said before, action shots, she doesn't do a lot of that. Here they are. I like it. Plus, look at these gross spiders. I mean, like, their legs are all gnarly, but, like, they're still kind of, like, elegant and cool. I don't know. I can't draw bugs like that because I don't like bugs. But
Yeah, I think, I'm not positive. You're in the chat. I believe this is her first connecting cover that she's done.
I like the way she draws the legs. It gives me, like, old Don Bluth style, like, vibes. Do you remember what the feet of the great owl look like? And there's a spider in that scene that he just crushes with his little owl feet, and it's so gnarly and gross. Oh,
I don't remember it specifically, but I'll take your word
I
for it.
remember it because I see it in my nightmares. But it's
All right. Well, I think that's a huge vote of confidence there. Sarah, what do you think of these?
I like the spiders because that's one thing that she actually like. I think she kind of draws spiders quite a bit, just like in her art in general. She likes the creepy crawly things. So, but yeah, I like I like Gwen. I like Miles. I like the pink. I mean, it's more it's that reddish pink. And
I kind of wish it was redder though.
Yeah.
That was my big thing, but
yeah, I like this. Like the shoe, like everything is like very detailed. Very, the shoes, the outfits, the faces, and I like it that it's a good connecting cover too. I totally agree. So
I like that. Like Miles is wearing, what is that? A hoodie?
that's his new outfit, which
or like a
it's
turtleneck.
not a hoodie. What do you call those jackets that have like the drawstrings at the bottom? Is that a hoodie? It's not a hoodie. It's a something. That's his new look, which I prefer the original, but that's what Marvel went with. So I'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm talking about? The hoodies where you can like cinch the waist. What is the point of that?
Yes, I know.
Drawstring?
Yes.
Yeah, like it's at the waist. Like what's so weird? Like why would you
for
want
skinny people? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they're big drawstring jackets, and I don't get the purpose of them. It's kind of like having like a mock turtleneck with no sleeves, tank top with a mock turtleneck. Like, what are you planning for there? Yeah. Anyway,
Well, I mean, I like how loose the sleeves look. Like in my style, I always draw like thick wrists anyway, but or like thick clothes, like on my characters. So like to see it like that. It still looks like it has a lot of motion. Like the fabric is kind of moving with the character, which I kind of am into. So,
she's got that hair too. The hair's moving.
Of course, the hair's moving on Gwen.
Oh yeah, you know how Anthony feels about like stiff hair. Kind of throws him off a little bit.
I know he hates it. Oh, I really like them and the colors. I love the colors. I love that yellow. That yellow looks really pretty. I really like it. It's really nice.
So
I remember when she sent us the sketches, and they're black and white sketches, and I was looking at them like, again, this is not me being biased. I'm being 100% honest. I liked the movement of this. I think that the entire piece has movement, and like Trish was mentioning earlier, I do like that they expand out to the borders. It's a full piece, and it just kind of like flows, like almost like water colors. Nah.
Are these going to be virgin variants, or are they going to have trade dress on them?
There's both. You can do both. These launched, I believe, on Friday, so they're already up on the site. And you guys,
and you can buy 2 and get 1 free. You have a special going on that. Buy 2 get 1 free virgin. So buy 2 get 1 free.
I feel like such a
trade dress. So they have a lot of deals going on. So check the website.
And use code Nirvana.
I was just gonna say that. Remember, use our code Nirvana to get 10% off.
Yeah, and Anthony was saying he thought it would be kind of a cool idea if periodically, like maybe once a month, we go onto our site and we can tell who uses what codes. And we take all of our Nirvana codes, and anybody that used that code within the month will give like a huge giveaway too. How cool would that be?
That is cool.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
And the mesh is going to win.
Yeah, get that text alert. Sign up for text, y'all.
Yeah. The mesh is one of our most loyal peeps, and that means a lot to us. All right, and then coming up in July, we have the 1 in 25 for Something is Killing the Children, number 25. I already know what this reminds me of, but I'm going to wait.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Message Ant. DM Anthony on Instagram. He'll respond pretty quickly. Trish, what do you think of this one?
It's right in her line. It's creepy, cool. I got nothing because I don't know what it's in reference to.
Have you not read Something is Killing the Children?
Literally never have read one issue. I like the covers.
Really?
Yeah. I got a whole bunch of Peach covers. No, they weren't Peach. No, they weren't. Ignore me.
That was very, very valuable information there, Trish. Thank you for that.
Like, I got a bunch. No, I didn't. Shut up. Ignore me. No, I don't know what this is in reference to, but again, as someone who enjoys her work, it's probably a worthy pickup.
All right, Sarah, what do you think?
I like it. You know, it's Erica Slaughter, you know, with the big green eyes, you know, and, you know, she's obviously slayed a monster, you know, and like I said, she's got that, you know, like the creepiness, you know, those kind of like the spiders that we saw. Like, again, if you look at her Instagram and her horror stuff, those creepy like legs and, you know, like bug leg stuff. But yeah, I like it. She like kicks some, you know, it looks like she just totally decimated that monster.
Okay, I like it. Lucy, what do you think?
Everything what Sarah just said.
Nobody wants to ditto Trish because Trish made herself look like an idiot.
What Trish said about not reading it.
You got so red. What the heck? Trish, you look so red right now.
But red is at least, well, you know what? I'm matching this cover right here.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
On purpose.
Totally.
I'm embarrassed on purpose.
That was intentional.
Yes. No, this one, yeah, there you go. Like, creepy. It's freaking good. I really like it. I like that. Yeah, like her eyes and that blood dripping.
See, I mean, like, I know who the character is. I don't recognize her without the mask.
Oh, yeah.
To me, evergreen piece. This is one of those pieces that no matter what the narrative to the storyline is, you can get this slabbed, hung up on your wall, and you have an evergreen piece. It doesn't have to follow the narrative, and I like that kind of stuff. Huge Jen Bartel fan, so she kind of taught me that when I'm looking for covers that I want to have slabbed and added to my PC, you guys can kind of see behind me, but Anthony and I actually use our slabs all around our house. So this is Ant's office that I'm in currently. And so he has a slab wall of like 4 times, I don't know, like 15 going across here. But then my office in the other room, same thing. Both of my kids' rooms have slab walls. So we use our slabs as our art around our house. I even have like the Zoo original art in my dining room. Comics for us is not just comics, it's art collecting. This is how we kind of pay tribute to some of the most talented people out there. And I think that collecting pieces that last forever are totally worth the investment. So yes, I will be going for this one. And I think it's very well done. Peach, if you are out there, because I know you were planning on listening to the show later, I commend you on your work ethic. I think it's amazing that you were able to handle so much pressure and still meet all of your deadlines, and how much you respect retailers and collectors alike, knowing that you have a ripple effect and your actions affect everybody else. And I think it's amazing. So shout out to you. I am a huge fan. I already was, but now even more. And thank you so much for responding to Lucy. Again, that was really cool that you were able to communicate back and forth with us, and we know you're busy, so thank you. Lucy, anything to add to that?
No, that was really nice and really cool of, to be able to, they respond I believe it was her manager. She responded really fast. And they send us the questions right away, too. Like, even though they're so busy, they were able to send them before the show. and yeah, be nice to her, guys, even if you guys are not like a fan, or you know you're tiresome, you know, like be nice, just be nice. And again, she's a, like Laura said, she's a very hardworking woman, and you know,
Wonderful person too. Just so
and
nice.
yeah, so she was super nice in the, you know, and the chat. And since she started, you know, she was following people and she was liking, you know, very welcoming, you know, which a lot of artists are not like that, even though they're new in, you know, I mean, obviously we,
Experienced jerk like artists, right, Lucy? We've come across a couple that are like really.
I'm not gonna throw shade at me like this. I'm out here.
no. And you know, they think it's, and it's even, you know, you guys is having, you know, like Trish and Peach, like we've been lucky with the ones that they do respond, and we've been having on the in the show, and she was definitely, you know, one of them that they were pretty nice
I think
to
that her
have.
work is very polarizing, I guess. Like, you know, you get the people who are like, it's not my cup of tea. Or some people are like, it's anime. When I was growing up, I used to draw anime stuff. Like, you know, I liked Pokemon and stuff like that. I would draw in that style. And people who I was friends with that were artists were like, don't draw in that style. Learn to draw differently. Learn to draw in this style, or learn to draw in that style, or learn to draw the basics first. Then you can go into that stuff. There's no future in anime. There's no future in that. Well, guess what? At first, Peach out here running the game in that style. I mean, you know, she's doing it, and you know, I don't want to. Thanks, Brandon. If she's out here doing it, like, then, and she's doing it the way she's doing it, working hard, hustling, you know, making those connections, you got to respect that. And people, I find, aren't respectful to artists. They think, well, I'm just asking you to draw a picture. Well, that's not, you know, and why does it cost so much? And why is
And why
it
is it
this?
so hard to draw an elbow?
Why can't you draw my arm like this?
Draw my elbow. It's right there.
Okay, I can't lift it that far, but you know, you get it.
You want to
But,
do something
like-
gross, Trish? Watch this. Let's see if anybody else can do this. Take your elbows and click them together.
Nope. You want to watch my arm pop off at the shoulder? I don't think I can do that.
Try. Take your hands, connect them in your back, and then click your elbows together.
Nope, I can't do that. That doesn't happen. My arms are too fat. I'm too fat. I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
It goes with Anthony out. He's like, Laura, stop!
It's weird. Don't do
I
it
mean, I
again.
think that's pretty
Don't do it again.
talented of you.
Uh,
I just
real
tried it,
quick.
but it's a good stretch. That's a good stretch move. I mean,
It is. It
I'll
feels
go
good,
over this.
actually. Like I click. So Peach Momoko said the key to success only works when preparation meets opportunity. So she draws every day. She never says no to work, and she hits those deadlines. That's a badass.
That's
Follow
pretty
her.
much been my motto for years. Look at Unico. Unico.
Yes, adorables.
What is this for?
It's the sauce for dinner tonight. No, the whole thing.
The whole, I can't drink a whole thing of sauce.
It's just coated.
Oh, that's good. Sorry, Anthony
Yeah,
cooks.
That's good.
Yummy. I want to try it.
The sauce is-
You have an art book, man.
I don't know. I can't
I think
tell.
she's up for cover artist again this year, isn't she? From the Eisners?
She won last year, right? She won 2021.
Mhm.
That's pretty badass
She
too.
won, no, she won. Yeah, and she won the Ringo for it too.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you gotta respect her, and it's like Jen Bartel, Jenny Frizen, Sarah Pichelli, Trish Forster, and all the female artists that disregard the male dominance and break the glass ceiling.
No.
Amen. I love that. I know. I know. It's not even like a talent. If I had to be on a talent show, that's like the only thing I got though.
One
That
day
night-
you're gonna stop like a bank robbery because of that.
I'll contortion my way into a bank or something. I am
Now
really
I'm gonna get into the safe.
I'll just crack my arms off and go on in. Follow Peach Momoko 60 on Instagram. She also has peachmomoko.com. This is a great way to kind of stay ahead of what's happening, with her work, with what con she's attending, all that jazz. Before No Way She'll Beat Out Cohen or Selena, I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious, Mike, to see who the winner is going to be this year. Selena's a badass. Are you guys familiar with Selena's work?
Mm-hmm. She's
She kind of
underrated. She's really underrated. I'm surprised that I haven't seen more hype about her. She's a fantastic artist.
She is. And then Carla Cohen's amazing. You guys know I'm a huge fan, and she's actually a friend. So shout out to Carla wherever she's at in Italy, living her best life. She's incredibly talented, and she's all oil paint. So it's hard to kind of pick an artist when they use such different mediums. They're not digital. They're not, you know what I mean? Like, I almost feel like it should be divided by category, because how do you compare Trish Forstner, digital, to somebody that's doing watercolor, to somebody who's doing oil? It seems kind of...
Well, you still have to have an understanding of not just the medium, but the composition, the ability to compose a piece. So, I mean, you still have to, I think as artists, that's how you kind of judge. Like, does this person have a good understanding of composition, contrasts, values, all that business? And watercolor was never my strength. Never. Because I learned to draw based on animation, solid colors, vivid colors. Not a lot of gradient, not a lot of variation in that regard. So that's how I learned. But I'm slowly learning other ways. So, and as artists, we're always teaching ourselves something else. So I learned in charcoal. I learned that medium when I first started, and oil pastel.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is messy as shit. But
oh my gosh, it's such a pain in the ass. You put your hand down, and you're like, oh, I just ruined my entire piece.
Oh no! Ooh, I just ruined all the clothes I'm wearing. Charcoal smear.
That's true. I think that's it for us for tonight, guys. Really quickly, before we call it, we have to do a giveaway. So, Lucy, can you pull up a screen for me? And tonight's giveaway, courtesy of our sponsors over at Bird City Comics, will be Amazing Spider-Man number 71. Boom. Ghost Rider, I don't know what number this is. Sorry. Boom. And Strange number 3. All Momoko covers. All 3 of these are to go home with somebody on the house from Bird City Comics for being our sponsored, whatever. Make sure you check them out, guys.
Do you want me to put Momoko or what do you want to do?
Word peach.
Yeah, peach.
Let's do peach. So all you have to do is type peach into the comments, and then you will be in the running. While we're collecting those, Trish, what do you have coming up?
Oh, a couple things actually. I've got a book due on Monday. Yay, me! And then some additional covers, My Little Pony stuff, I'm going to Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina, weekend of June 24th. I will be there with Tony. It'll be our first show together since Stray Dogs came out.
You gotta tell him hi for me.
Yeah. And so I'll be also at San Diego Comic-Con for the Eisners. See how we do there.
You're gonna win. I can feel it. You're gonna win.
There are so many good people in that category. My heart is dying. But
you're gonna win.
Confidence.
Yes.
And then I'll be, of course, doing Baltimore Comic-Con in October. And I think doing something with Charles County Public Library in September. They're doing like a Comic-Con month. Charles County, Maryland, the public library system is doing like a Comic-Con thing. So I'm going to do a Zoom interview with them, I think.
So that was a lot. If people can't remember all that, if they follow your Instagram, do you
follow Instagram, Facebook, Twitter? Although my engagement on Twitter has dropped. I noticed, like, since I started using Instagram, I don't use the Twitters as much. So, I just go on there and retweet like random memes and
Coco, type in the word peach, not the emoji. Loca.
Yeah, Coco, type the word peach.
That's actually really cute. All right, very good. So follow Trish Forstner on Instagram so you can kind of stay up to date on what she's doing. And we're going to aim to have her on the show, not this Friday, but the following, to reveal our Little Red Ronin by Garrett Gunn and Kat Wallace. or Kit Wallace. Is it Kit Wallace or Cat Wallace?
Kit.
Kit.
Kit. K-I-T-T.
Trish did the only wraparound
Wraparound.
cover for that series, and it's
Mhm.
badass. We'll be revealing it then, so make sure you're, subscribed. Sarah, what about you? Anything coming up?
I will be doing a Whatnot auction this coming Monday.
All right, so follow you on Instagram. You'll keep everybody up to date.
Yep, Instagram, and also follow me on Whatnot at SheGeek78.
And again, guys, we don't vouch for a lot of people on the channel, but we 100% vouch for Sarah.
Yeah.
She is trustworthy and she packages well, and she has our back 100%. Tony Divins, hi, good to see you. That is Anthony's best friend from childhood. So, hi, Lucy, you're up next. Anything that we need to know? What do you have happening in 15 minutes?
I'm actually gonna go have an auction right now on Whatnot in 15 minutes at 8:15. So I'll throw my link real quick. So you guys can just go straight from there and go in. And I mean, you don't have to buy and just go hang out. I hate when the chat is
No,
so
you gotta
quiet. I hate when it's so quiet. So
There we go.
go ahead and join me.
I'll be there. I'll be
Yes,
there.
I know Sarah. I love it that she's always there, and I feel bad when I don't go on hers.
Oh.
I'm over here.
You just hit a baby.
I know. Look, I have a bunch of stuff here.
What's something you're offering tonight? What's your top one you think that you're offering?
I have oh my gosh, so much.
Give me a preview.
I have
On the
I have
spot.
some champions. Let's see. This is champions number 1, and I have some. Let me
Oh,
see.
she smiled right away.
Some. I remember when these books were coming out, they were like everybody wanted them.
Oh yeah, the Thanos stuff was hot.
Yeah,
for a while.
and those this is 17, and then on Saturday I have another auction. And I think it's at I can't remember. It's in the morning. Check my page. There's gonna be a lineup, a lineup. I'm shushing them. A lineup of a bunch of girls on Saturday, and I'm at 12:30 p.m. The Eastern time. So
I'm so excited for you to do that Whatnot sale too. I will be there just to support you. So make sure you're following Mama Comics on Instagram so that you can be there. And there's Bolo, the one and only, in the house.
yeah, so I have the
If you
lineup.
say
The
Whatnot
lineup.
3 times, I appear.
There's a bunch of girls. 305 Comics, Nerdy Girl, Nidia, Lunatic Comics, Skeleton Key, Way Back Comics. It's a bunch of girls. It's a bunch of girls on Saturday. So make sure to check up all the girls that line up. And again, I'm at 12:30 Eastern time.
I'm going to make sure I catch you at least. All right, so Lucy, let's do the drawing for Ghost Rider, Amazing Spider-Man, and Strange, all Peach Momoko covers because we covered her tonight. And the winner will be...
It's funny.
Rob!
Hey, like Rob says, again.
Rigged!
There
Rigged!
you go, Rob. Is it rigged, Rob? Is it rigged this time? So make sure, please, for the love of God, DM Anthony tonight, preferably, your email and shipping address. Even if you're like, dude, Laura, I've already done that. Do it again, because otherwise it gets lost in the hundreds of messages we get every day. So please do that immediately. And I will get those in the mail tomorrow. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody who tuned in tonight. We appreciate you guys so much. Cover Price, our sponsors, thank you to them. Use code Nirvana14 and Bird City Comics. Make sure you check them out. Speaking of which, Bolo, where are you at with that? Hit up Bird City Comics and let's see what we can do with that. Girls, Trish, Sarah, thank you guys so much for being here tonight.
Good night.
Always.
All right, we are out. See you guys Friday.